So something that makes me a little bit unique, a little bit different than a traditional student here at Texas A&M. I'm married. I have a wife with 3 kids, and I'm also a veteran. I spent 18 years in the United States Marine Corps. So right now I'm studying, majoring in poultry science, the industry route. Well, there's a few unique reasons why I chose to study poultry science. The first thing, being already having a family and needing to provide for them right away after I graduate, was the 100% job placement upon graduation. As I said, each senior averages about 3 to 4 job offers before graduation. And another reason why was something that whenever I lived in West Africa, when I was stationed there in the Marine Corps, I really saw a need for feeding programs over there, helping with local villages, and so that's something that with international ag development that I could see myself doing in the future. So some of the things that through the College of Ag and Life Sciences and through Poultry Science Department that helped me to be successful are the study abroad trips that I was able to go to down in Mexico, learning how they operate in a foreign country in the poultry industry, being involved in the Aggie Leadership Council, being a member there, going to different events and teaching the public about agriculture. A lot of these organizations helped me to put together, to be a successful individual. The same components that I used when I was in the Marine Corps, leading Marines in combat, a lot of those are the same things that I apply to my studies. One of the great things about what through the Poultry Science Department, even with the College of Ag and Life Sciences done, they bring a lot of people from the industry, from outside, to come talk to us. I think with the future, there's many different areas that I can go to. Like I said, preparing me for that was just broadening my horizons to the field, to the industry. I think that through all these different events that have been provided for me will allow me to successfully pursue what that is that I'm going to do in the industry.
Howdy, my name is Leslie Gleason, and I'm the program coordinator in the Department of Poultry Science at Texas A&M. We're super excited to have you here for your new student conference. Obviously, we're coming to you in a little bit different of a format due to everything going on in our world. We hope that through this presentation, you still feel the connectedness of our department. We're very excited to have you as an incoming freshman and want you to transition over to Texas A&M and into poultry science as easy as possible in any way. So today we're going to do our normal presentation that we would be doing with you in person in Clayburgh. And so again, we're going to roll through the slides. Keep in mind that you obviously have control. So if there's some information that you may want to look at in a little more detail, you might want to pause it. We're going to be uploading lots of attachments for you as well. So just keep in mind that if something is coming at you a little too quickly, just make sure that you're taking time to review that material. We know that it kind of is a lot that's going to be coming at you at one time. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So why poultry science? Our department is one of 6 remaining poultry science departments in the United States. We are the largest in regards to undergraduate student enrollment. So our number of undergraduate students is right around the 200 mark. We're obviously working hard to grow that, and so we're excited to be adding you into the mix this year. Protein, in regards to a protein source, poultry is the number 1 most consumed protein in the United States, which means there are tons of jobs out there for our graduates and for our students going into the workforce. One of the things that we like the best about our department, being on a large campus like Texas A&M, is we kind of have that small town family feel. We're able to do that because, like I said, we have around 200 undergraduates. We're able to give students kind of that personal connection. You're not going to be in classes that are 300 to 400 people. Most of our classes are going to range in the 40 to 60 student enrollment. And then a few of them, of course, are going to be larger. Some of your basics may be larger, but we have one of the best instructor to student ratios in our college. And so we feel that allows us to really connect in a different way with students. The job market out there is incredible. We have seen that in the past 5 to 10 years, that's just been getting better, not worse, where you see in a lot of markets. And so we're able to offer 100% job placement. Usually this catches the attention of mom and dad because it means that unless you want to, you shouldn't have to move back home after graduation. The 100% job placement is obviously going to be in our industry. So these are jobs in the live production, the processing, our allied industry. But again, a great career opportunity for any student looking for that upon graduation. On average, most of our students are going to receive 3 job offers. Of course, that's going to be dependent on the student and what you're doing while you're here at Texas A&M. That's why this first step is so important, that you kind of hit the ground running, because you want to be one of those top candidates who want to be hired at the end of your time at Texas A&M. Average starting salary for our job market is anywhere from $45,000 to $55,000. We've heard of some students going into our industry right off the bat in the $60,000 range. So this is a great starting salary. Again, lots of job opportunities for students looking to make a difference and help us feed the world. So in regards to our undergraduate program, obviously you're going to be completing 120 credit hours. That's what's on our degree plan for you to receive a Bachelor's of Science. We have 2 options as part of our degree, and you're going to have to choose one or the other. Some of you asked when you applied, hey, do I have to put industry option on my application? And the answer was no. This is the first time at your new student conference that you're having the ability to identify which route that you'd like to go. As you can see with the numbers here, about 70% of our students are on our industry option and about 30% on our technical. The industry option is the more the business side of things. It's appropriately called, I think, because it's going to feed you into a career in the poultry industry. The curriculum on this route, the classes that you would take, are going to be a little more business focused. Going to have things like ag economics, marketings, managements, and things like that. Again, about 70% of our students go this route, and you know, the careers that feed into this one are going to be ones that are in our industry. The technical curriculum, on the other hand, is our science option. So you may be more familiar with hearing that, a technical route or a science route. This is our pre-professional route as well. So if you're a student who's joining us in poultry science because you have hopes to go to vet school, maybe medical school, maybe dental school, which I always think is funny because chickens don't have teeth, you can definitely go this route to get to any of those professional programs. It is going to be science-based, which means that you're going to have 5 chemistries that you take as part of this route. And usually if you were in person, this is where I would sense you being scared out of your mind or being really excited. And so if the science side of things excite you, then the technical option may be the route that you'll want to choose to go on to those professional programs after your graduation. Again, our route is a pre-vet track. A lot of students use it for that. And so you're going to be knocking out the majority of those classes as prerequisites through your bachelor's degree to get you to those programs down the road. Both of these routes do have 100% job placement, meaning that even if you go technical and you hope to go to vet school and then that doesn't work out, you still have that job placement there. And so we think using our route to get to vet school and professional programs like that is one of the best possible routes because your backup plan is 100% job placement. And even though you may not think that you're not going to get into vet school down the road, we hope that all of you who have plans to do. It's always good to have a backup plan just in case. So outside of the classroom, poultry science has a lot of really neat things going on as well. We have a fantastic scholarship program. We give out over $100,000 to our students every year. Anyways, we're really excited to have this financial assistance for our students. Some of the qualifications you'll see here listed, you do have to keep your grades up. And of course, you're going to be more competitive with the more stuff that you're doing on campus. So working, getting involved in organizations, being in research, participating in research, studying abroad, all of these things are factored in when we determine who gets the money for the scholarships. And so applications are due every February. So at this point, you're good for the fall semester. Whenever the time comes around, you'll get lots of emails from me about applying for the scholarships. There's lots of ways for you to get involved in our department. And really, with us being small, I've seen the students really jump in just full force and really get the most out of their time in poultry science because they've been involved in something else outside of the classroom. If you just come to college and you just go to class, you're probably not going to have that great of an experience. So we want you to do the outside of the classroom part as well. We have a couple of student groups held within our department that we'd love for you to check out. First one's going to be the Poultry Science Club. A group of students that get together, service projects, socials to help build that community. Just a really great opportunity to network with industry people and get those jobs come graduation time. We have an Aggie Leadership Council, which is our group of departmental ambassadors. We utilize this group of students to go out and find prospective students. You might have met with some of our ALC members over the course of the past 4 years of being in high school. And again, a really great group of students that we utilize a lot for recruitment, but also putting them in front of industry to network for those top-notch jobs. So when we hear from industry, hey, who are your rock stars? The Aggie Leadership Council are the group that we're going to turn to first. The last thing we have is we also have a collegiate poultry judging team. So some of you may come from a background of judging in high school. I know a couple of you do. And so we're really excited about our collegiate team. You have the opportunity to try out for the team in the fall semester and the spring semester. We go to 2 different contests. And the way that you try out is actually by taking a course. So you'll see here the POSC 304. That's our poultry judging course, and that's the one that you would use in order to try out for the team. So, again, outside of the classroom, lots of opportunities to get your feet wet in what the university calls high-impact practices. These are basically broken up into undergraduate research, internships, and studying abroad. In the Department of Poultry Science, we offer all of these opportunities. In regards to research, you can work with a professor and a graduate student on some type of research project. I often call it kind of like an amped-up science fair project. So the industry has a question they're trying to figure out. We have the facilities and the resources to be able to figure out the best-case scenario for them. Great way to build your resume and gain experience, especially if you're thinking about graduate school down the road. The next opportunity we have is internships. So in the course of a summer, we are sending over 30 kids across the United States. Last summer, we had kids in over 7 different states, which is really great for a department our size. Internships are the best way for you to test the water. So I always kind of joke, if you're like me from Texas and you don't think there's air outside of the state of Texas, go check out an internship, because at the end of it, you may see that moving out of state isn't for you, or that moving out of state is a great opportunity for you. So taking advantage of internships is one of the absolute best ways for you to test the water in regards to a future job and field. The last thing we have in regards to high impact is our study abroad. Our study abroad is currently traveling to Central Mexico every January. The trip is anywhere from a 10 to 14 day trip, and you can get 3 credit hours for going on that trip applied to your degree. And so it's a great way for you to gain experience internationally, to knock out some credits in a short period of time, and then also just to travel and see the world, which is wonderful. I studied abroad whenever I was a student in poultry science. We didn't actually have a study abroad in our department when I was in school, but I did a study abroad, just a university one, and it was the best experience that I could have had in my undergraduate career. So I highly encourage you to look into study abroad programs, specifically our poultry. It's called the Mexico Poultry Production Trip right now. So all of these high impact opportunities here are ways that, again, you can knock out credits. So on our industry option, 18 hours of electives, on technical, 14 hours, and these are all great ways that you can knock out those elective hours. So what in the world are you going to do with a poultry science degree? I'm sure some of your parents might have asked you that question, and I guarantee you're going to get that question a lot over the course of your time with us. As I was in poultry science, I failed to mention at the beginning, but I graduated from this department back in 2008, and my favorite question that people would ask is, what the heck are you going to do with a poultry science degree? Go be a chicken farmer? And some of our students will, and that's great. But a lot of you won't. A lot of you are going to go into other opportunities within our industry. And this just tells you a little bit about some of the job opportunities. The industry is basically broken down into the live production side and the processing side. As far as the live production side, these jobs are going to be outside. You're going to be setting the schedule. Most of the time, you're going to have a company vehicle. So this kind of build up and this structure works really well for a lot of our students who like to be outside and like to have something new every day. The processing side, where a lot of people hear that and immediately picture chickens hanging on a shackle and say, no, not for me. I want you to know that the processing side of our industry is one of the best for opportunities in our industry to make money and really have career advancement. You're also contributing to the food source, which is really, really neat in regards to making a difference with your career. In regards to the processing jobs, you're really not going to be those people working on the line with a college degree. You're going to be working in some of the areas that you see here, so maybe quality assurance for USDA or the FDA. You may work in a further processing plant. So I have a 3-year-old daughter who prefers to only eat dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, right? Somebody had to come up with the idea to cut a chicken nugget into the shape of a dinosaur. So there's a lot of opportunities out there in the product development side of things as well, where you are helping make the new flavors of wings that people eat on Super Bowl Sunday, or really making a difference in the products that you see out in the store. The food industry is obviously a huge part of what we do. Working at a restaurant in management, obviously stores like H-E-B. A lot of our students go out and work in grocery stores and retail to help continue to, again, bring new products and making sure that there's a product on the store whenever you want to go there to buy that product for your family. The sales and marketing side and just the business side of things are very attractive to some of our students. If you're more of a business-minded person, there's also a place for you in our industry after graduation. Policy and public relations, and then education as well. I know a lot of students come to our program like I did to either be an ag teacher or be a county agent in the 4-H program, and our program can definitely prepare you for that as well. So using the other option, if you're not on the industry option, you're thinking more technical, here's a list as well of some of the careers that some of our students go into. A lot of these fields are going to require some additional education, so maybe a master's or a PhD. And then again, these are going to be jobs that you may not hear about as much. So you may not be familiar with Merck or AB Vista or Diamond V. But these are all companies that play a key role in what we do and what our industry does to keep us flowing and keeping our birds healthy and new products out on the market. So again, lots of opportunities there as well. If you're not pursuing a professional program, these are some great opportunities with using our technical route to get there. So again, we're super excited at New Student Conference to meet our parents and meet your families and kind of welcome you to what is the bigger part of our poultry science family. But throughout the year, we also have 2 times that we hope to see you again, or in your case, we hope to see you for the first time. The first thing that we'll be doing is this fall, every year we do what we call the Poultry Science Steak Fry. And people always joke because we're chicken people, and so why do we call it steak? It's kind of an inside joke that goes decades back, but you'll come to find out that at poultry events, you're going to probably eat chicken throughout the year, anytime we're feeding you. The one time a year that we get to eat a good old ribeye is at our steak fry. So get excited about that. October the 3rd is actually the date that's already set for this fall. It's a time where families come out, industry people, current students, faculty, staff, and we just have a good time connecting and building that community for our department. The other opportunity we have to see you will be next spring. We obviously had a virtual banquet this past spring, but next spring we've already got the date on the books to be back in person with you. April the 10th of 2021, which is part of Texas A&M Family Weekend, will be when we have our departmental banquet. And so hotels book up really quickly for that, so be sure if you're coming in from out of town to join us and don't want to crash on your kid's sofa, that you write down that date and plan to come and join us. That is where we give out all of our scholarships as well for the future year, so we hope that you'll be applying and receiving one of those down the road. So with that being said, again, we're super sad that we're not able to do this with you in person. We feel that our department is just one of those gems, and I will tell you as being a graduate of our department that I would not work back in poultry science if I hadn't had the best opportunity possible and met some of the most unique and helpful people at Texas A&M within our department. And so I hope that, again, if we haven't met in person, we'll have the opportunity to. Family and parents and grandparents, we really are looking forward to connecting with you as well. Again, in poultry science, it's not just about your student. We really do view it as being a family. And so we hope that you're going to connect with us. If you have any questions, please do not sit at home and go, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Please reach out to us. You can reach us by email. This number, the 845-1654, is routed to my cell phone, and so you can reach me at any time. And you can also stay connected with us on our social media accounts as well. So Until we see you in the fall, walking through the doors at Clayburgh, we're really excited to have you, and we look forward to building a relationship with you and your families over the time that you spend with us at A&M.